Grand gestures are not necessary in order to move the heart of another human being. Hello and welcome to A Cup of Grace and Lori. I'm Grace.
And I'm Lori.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about some kind gestures that we experienced recently, small gestures that make a big difference. And I thought that I would start off with a portion of a quote that I read yesterday, actually, by Abraham Hicks. So it goes like this: all day, every day, count your blessings. All day, every day, make lists of things you appreciate. And as you keep activating what is working in your life, then more pleasing things on all subjects will flow to you. I believe it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Focusing on the positive.
Absolutely. Where your focus goes is where your energy goes. I thought, each of us would create a short list prior to making this podcast. And when I read that quote, I thought, oh, that would be quite relevant to what we'll be discussing today.
And so it's sorry if you don't mind me saying, but it's appropriate for Christmas or the holidays to be right, to be expressing our gratitude to all that we have. I mean, it's usually a season of abundance, and but we have to acknowledge that we already have a lot of abundance in our lives. So it's a great topic. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to share one small gesture, and I'm putting small in quotes because it really isn't a small gesture. Small kind gestures can make a really significant impact on us, a really significant positive impact. And they tend to have a multiplying effect, right? Right? So usually positive things, they don't just happen in an isolated way. So, you can experience positive things in multiples, right?
Yes.
It's not usually, yes. And once you're the recipient of a kind gesture, you feel gratitude, right? So you're generating those good feelings, right? You're raising your vibration, and you're becoming a magnet for other positive things to enter into your life.
And you want to pass it on too, right?
Absolutely, right? That's why it has a multiplying effect.
Yes.
Just a small gesture. You may think it's insignificant. It is not.
Right.
So my first example that I'd like to share with you is, it has to do with cats, of course.
Okay.
As per usual. But okay. But this really kind gesture that I would like to acknowledge has to do with a review. So I provide cat sitting services, and clients have the option of providing reviews after I've taken care of their cat. So I received a very nice review from a client of mine. And yes, the fact that he left a positive review, that's a kind gesture in itself. But I want to expound on that, because the thing is, now he probably wrote it and thinking, okay, I appreciated Grace's services, so I'm going to put in a good word for her. But he probably didn't think beyond that, just how big of a difference that his words, his taking the time to do that, meant to me, because I read that review the first thing in the morning.
Great.
It was the first thing that I read that day.
Yeah.
So what a nice way to start my day.
Yes.
Right?
That's wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So already, like, his kindness made me feel really good and grateful, right? And then it just sets a really good tone for the rest of the day, right?
Yes.
So
we all need that.
Exactly.
Positive reviews about ourselves or our services or whatever. Yeah.
So there you go. So there's one example. Right. Okay, you go next.
My first example was we had snow in Toronto. I think I'm trying to think when was. I think it was about 4 days ago. About that, right?
Pretty recently, yeah.
Yeah, about 4 days ago. Anyway, we got at least 7 centimeters, and we have a mutual drive with our neighbor. And it was so nice to wake up in the morning and see that the driveway was already plowed, you know, sorry, not plowed, shoveled.
Shoveled?
He shoveled it.
Okay.
Yeah, he shoveled it. He does have a snow blower, but I think he
Oh,
shoveled it that morning and shoveled in front of my car as well. So it was like, oh, that's so nice. And all I had to
that
do was
really,
like clear off my car. He
yeah,
does have a snow blower, and last year he snow blowed the driveway himself. So I really we both appreciate that. It's,
yeah,
because it takes a long time to shovel that driveway. That was
absolutely.
very nice, and I really appreciate that. So that's one of my I would say that's even a larger gesture. I wouldn't call that a small gesture. I don't
That's a lot of labor on
know.
his part,
It's a
most likely, right?
lot of labor, yeah. So maybe that's more of a medium sized gesture. Anyway, it is appreciated. So
Okay, very nice.
mm,
Okay. So another example that I have is, I guess, a couple months ago, I went to McDonald's. Okay, I
mhm.
decided to treat myself, and McDonald's a few times a year they send out coupons,
Okay.
right? So I decided, okay, well, it was the last day that the coupons were valid.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna treat myself. And I just
Okay.
decided to get myself a Big Mac. That's it. I
Okay.
didn't get a meal, so no soft
Yeah.
drink, no French fries, just a
Yeah.
hamburger.
Yeah.
So I I ordered, and then I sat down,
Yeah.
and there was a lady sitting to my left. And
Yeah.
as I was unpacking my things, even though I wasn't looking directly at her, I could see through my periphery, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see that she was looking over at me,
Yeah.
right? And I didn't know why, but in a couple of moments, I knew why, because she was watching me unpack. And then I saw her pick up a pack of fries,
Yeah.
because she had, yeah, from her table, and she
Yeah.
reached it out to me, and she extended it to me. She said, "Would you like this?"
Oh.
So, and when I looked over, I saw that I think she ordered two meals for herself. So she had hamburgers, and she had two fries,
Two fries. Yeah.
and this she offered one of them to me.
Nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Like, that was so nice, so
Yeah.
unexpected.
Yeah.
So yeah, I appreciated that, because I do like French fries. Okay, I
Yeah.
do. I do like to
Yeah.
treat myself once in a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then yeah, like, I just that was such a kind moment, and it just
Yeah.
really made me appreciate just the kindness of strangers. And when you experience the kindness of strangers, it gives us hope in the human spirit,
Yes, it does. Yes, it
right?
does. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially strangers, because it's like they don't know
yeah,
you.
yes.
For friends or family or whatever, we would hope
We
that we
kind
would
of
do that.
expect it
But yeah,
sometimes.
but
Yeah,
from strangers, it's like they don't know
yeah.
you. And
I
yet,
know.
yeah. So I agree with you. It's like
That was so kind.
your
Yeah.
your hope in humanity is really
Yes.
increases when that happens. So,
Absolutely. And
oh,
then, even like when I finished the meal and I got up to leave, I looked over and smiled at her again and thanked her again. And it was just nice, just exchanging smiles with each
mm-hmm,
other as well.
mm-hmm.
So again,
Yeah,
we're exchanging energy here. We're
yeah,
exchanging positive energy
yeah,
here, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
that really made me feel good as well. So that was very meaningful. And that happened a couple months ago, and I still remember it. So
Remember,
I
good.
thank that kind lady for her kind
That
gesture.
was very nice of her. Yeah. My second gesture was last week. I was in Canadian Tire and I was doing a bit of Christmas shopping, and it was pretty busy. And I had the product number written down for the item I was going to buy, but I just wanted to know where the aisle was, because I even knew which aisle it was in, but I couldn't find the aisle. So I asked a salesperson, oh, can you tell me where aisle 3 is? Which you would
Mhm.
think would be obvious, but it wasn't. Anyway, he not only showed me to aisle 3, but he said, okay, do you know what product or product number it is? And I said, yeah, actually I do. It's here. He says, okay, let's have a look for it. And I was like,
Aw.
thank you, because
He went above and beyond.
In the aisle, it could be that way, in the middle, right?
So many things.
Yeah. I think it's down here. And he says, let's see the number. And sure enough, he found it for me. And, that's a small thing, but I was grateful because I would have been up and down that aisle looking all over the place for it, right? Because, it's a long aisle at Canadian Tire, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, thank you. And I did thank him. I was like, thank you very much. I know it's a small thing, but believe me, I appreciated that a lot, because it just made my shopping easier. And as I said, it was already busy in there anyway. So you're kind of feeling a little bit
frazzled.
Little frazzled. Yeah. So I'm grateful to him for that.
Yeah, great customer service is underrated.
Oh, it sure is.
Yeah. Not everyone does that.
No,
not everyone does that. They would just maybe show you. A lot of them will just tell you what aisle.
Right.
They may not even walk you there. So he did a lot more than
he went out of his way. Yeah.
So
that was great.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
So another nice thing that happened to me recently was I went to this store that I like to frequent. I went there several times this year, and I buy metaphysical supplies there, spiritual related supplies there. So I purchased singing bowls there, crystals.
Yeah.
And it's just a store that has so many nice trinkets. I could spend hours there.
Yeah.
It's so nicely organized, and I really like the staff there, and I like the owner. And so one day, I purchased several items, and let's just say that the total of my purchase was $100. Okay.
Right.
But the gentleman charged me $90.
Okay.
He didn't have to give me a discount.
That was really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was so surprised.
Right.
And it's not like a 50 cents or 2 cents.
Yeah.
Like, it was almost
$10
a $10 discount.
Yeah.
How generous.
That was very nice.
And kind. I was really moved.
I love
That's
when
not expected.
do that.
It's not like it's not a flea market, okay? Like it's not like I'm shopping at a flea market where the expectation is bartering. There's no bartering. It wasn't a special occasion.
Yeah.
I didn't say, hey, it's my birthday. No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
No, he just did it out of his thoughtfulness. I don't know.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that, because the next one I'm going to mention is also to do with a discount.
Okay.
And you and I were shopping at Yorkdale, and I was in a store admiring this handbag.
Okay.
And it was full price. So I'm like, okay, no, I'm not paying full price. I'll wait for it to go on sale. So I spoke to the sales clerk, and I said, I really like this, but can you let me know when you have a sale? And here's my, email and phone number and whatever. And she took it down. And so I heard from her about, I think it was 3 weeks ago. And she said, yeah, there's a sale on. And I said, oh, that's great. I'll be there, tomorrow at such and such a time. Because I really like that handbag. So I arrived, and I, met with her, and she had put the handbag away in the back for me. So she saved it. And there was only one left in that color. So that was great. But then when I went to, I was looking at it, and I was like, yeah, this is the one I want. And she said, Lori, she says, if you can wait for me to post the transaction early next week, we're having another further discount on the sale item. And I can give you a further discount of 30% off. The handbag was already, I believe, 25 or 30% off. And she was offering to give me a further 30% off if I just waited, so that means I didn't walk out with the handbag that day. She posted the transaction the following week. And then she said she would send it to me via, I think it was FedEx or something. So I didn't have to go back to Yorkdale. But not that I wouldn't mind it. I do like Yorkdale. But anyway, so that was wonderful. And she said, oh, I know you'll be mad at me if you find out there's a further sale. And I was like, I suppose I would, but she really didn't have to tell me. She did not. She could have just rang the sales through, and then, you know what? I might not have even known that there would have been a further sale, you know, because if I'd already bought it, I don't think I would have been looking at the site anymore. I was like, oh, I already bought it. Yeah. So that was amazing. I was like, oh my God. And then it made, you know, then I felt, okay, now this person, even though, you know, I do love it, but it's not as expensive as it originally was, right? It was like really a great price. So I am very grateful to her. And very
great customer service.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. You know, you don't, especially in this day and age, right? Like when everything is so competitive. Well, no, maybe that's why, actually. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're trying to really show you that, you know, they have great customer service. But I was impressed, and I do love my handbag. So that is my third. And again, that's more of a medium-sized gesture, I would say, than a small gesture.
What I mean by small gestures is basically, you know, like there is some really outlandish or ostentatious gestures that we see, especially on social media. These are types of things that we, you know, we can experience on the day-to-day, right? These are small gestures that we experience on the day-to-day. So it's not necessarily something that you will see on the highlight reel of social media. But it's just as significant and meaningful, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. For sure.
So I want to highlight those things. And everyone is capable of extending a kindness to another human being.
Others. Yes.
And I just want to emphasize, grand gestures are not necessary in order to move the heart of another human being.
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
So,
okay. So did you want to share another one?
The other one, the last one, is that it's not a particular instance because it happens all the time. But my brother, whenever he comes over here, he fixes whatever is broken. And I'm so grateful.
I love that. I love that.
He's so handy, and he knows everything about, you know, he knows how to fix electrical or plumbing or just drywall or pictures or you name it, cars. And so that it's not, I don't consider that a small gesture. It's a large gesture, and I really appreciate it.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Is he a contractor?
Yeah, actually he does work as a general contractor.
All right.
But he wasn't trained as one. He's just picked up stuff on his own.
Self-learned. Self-taught.
Yeah.
Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice to have someone like that in your family.
Yeah. It's very nice. Yeah. So I hope we inspired you. And we'd love to hear about any small gestures that you've experienced recently. And other than that, I hope you're enjoying the holidays.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in.